get started preparing our fabric, the first step is to wash all of your fabric. You want to sort everything by color, so of course you wouldn't want to mix red fabric with white. More than likely, not everything's going to come out the right color. You also want to make sure that you use a perfume and dye-free detergent. You certainly don't want to be dealing with a lot of heavy scents and smells when you're piecing. The reason that we pre-wash our fabric is because it really helps to remove any unwanted chemicals and dyes from our fabric. The last thing you want to do is spend all this time piecing a beautiful quilt only to wash it and have the colors bleed. Trust me, I've had that happen to a couple of quilts and it's no fun. So here's the fat quarter we're going to be working with, and I'm going to go through it in the washing machine. Again, perfume and dye-free detergent. It's very important. And after this gets washed, then we'll be ready to start ironing and starching. So after our fabric is washed, we want to take just a quick moment between the washing process and the drying process. We want to take a minute to take a pair of scissors and clip away any stray threads. This is another piece of fabric, and you can see all these stray threads right here on the edge. If I was to wash this, all these stray threads would probably knot up into a nasty mess on the sides. It might even cause the fabric to really kind of tie itself into a knot. The last thing we want to do is take fabric that's already tied itself into a knot and throw it in the dryer, because that knot is only going to get tighter. Take a pair of scissors and completely unfold and unwrap that fabric. Completely take it apart and cut apart any of those loose threads. You want it to be completely cut apart, so that, and then also to give it a good hard snap. So that's all you have to do, is just take the two corners and go like that. Hear that snap? There you go. That's going to knock out a lot of those wrinkles before you even put it in the dryer. It's going to lessen your drying time, and it's going to make your ironing process a lot easier. Most quilters despise pre-washing their fabric because it takes a lot of time to iron and starch it later. Well, if you take these steps to cut away those threads and to snap your fabric before it goes in the dryer, then I promise the ironing process is going to be a lot easier. After you dry your fabric, you want to take it out of the dryer a little bit wet, slightly damp really. Now, if you're not going to be using this fabric immediately, like let's say you purchased it for another quilt you're going to be making in a few months, I just go on ahead and fold it and put it away now, rather than iron it. Now, why would I advise you to put away fabric wrinkled? Well, the reason being is that if you're going to fold it up, that means it's going to get fold lines. And eventually, whenever you use that fabric, you're going to have to iron it anyway. So there's no point in ironing the wrinkles out too, just to have to iron it a second time eventually to get the fold lines out. So go on ahead, fold up your fabric and put it away wrinkled if you're not going to use it immediately. But everything that you're going to use right now, let's learn how to iron and starch it next.